Hi guys, so we're back with another video, and this is just going to be a general reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Okay, so we're just going to be taking a look at the next 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of August actually. So just to give you a bit of insight of what you can expect for the last 2 weeks of August. I hope that August so far has been great to you guys, right? So we're going to go ahead and get started. So Spirit, what is the theme of the next 2 weeks for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising? Okay, that was quick. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so things starting to come together, a new cycle that consists of abundance, prosperity, this is wealth, but also sharing it with a significant other. This is like a family dynamic, okay? Absolutely. So sharing that wealth, sharing that happiness with the ones that you love, Gemini. That's what's going on for you. Okay, what is hidden? What will be hidden? What are some things that will be revealed to Geminis in this last 2 weeks of August? What is hidden? What is it that will be revealed in the next 2 weeks? Okay, we have the Hermit. So having to go within, maybe unexpectedly, maybe some things that will happen that will cause you to go within, to retreat from, those around you, or maybe just taking a step back from situations in order to gain knowledge, in order to analyze the situation and see what it is that you're supposed to learn from these situations. Okay, and then the thing about the Hermit, okay, this is a number 9. The number 9, so this is like the humanitarian. So not only figuring out what these things mean to you, but how could you use this experience, to help others, right? Okay, this is like teaching others, helping others wherever you can. So, enlightenment. This is the energy that I'm getting right now. So, yeah. Spirit, what advice is it that you have for Geminis in the last 2 weeks of August? What advice could you offer up to Geminis in this last 2 weeks of August? What is it that they need to know? Okay. So, High Priestess. So, being, not only being in balance, okay, but with the Empress, I'm sorry. With the High Priestess here in the advice card, Spirit is guiding you to listen more to your intuition. That gut feeling. This is knowledge. This is information. So maybe information being given to you from a higher source. Some things working out, for your greater good. You not really understanding at this time, why things are happening the way that they are. But just know that you are divinely guided and protected, and Spirit is looking out for you in more ways than you realize, okay? So receiving help, from a higher source. This is balance, Please clarify the Ten of Pentacles when it comes to the theme of the next week for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising Gemini. Please clarify the Ten of Pentacles for Gemini. So what does this mean for the sign of Gemini for the next 2 weeks of August? Okay. So, yeah, this is definitely a new beginning. So you may have just come out of a period where you were stuck on a situation. Maybe there was a lesson that you needed to learn. There was something coming out of this. But with the Nine of Spades, I feel like you could have possibly been up, late at night, contemplating, going over and over in your head about a situation, okay? And this is just beneath the Ten of Pentacles, okay? And so this is what now is coming in. This is the start of a new cycle. There's no more Nine of Spades energy, or this is quickly clearing itself from a lot of you guys' energy, okay? And then you'll be coming into this, wealth, and celebrating that with the one that you love, okay? A new beginning after a time of conflict, after a time of just torturing yourself mentally, steady replaying the events of something that, caused you a bit of anguish, okay? So we have 9 and 9 again, okay? What is the Hermit, Spirit? Please give us clarity on the Hermit. Please give us clarity. The Hermit. So what is hidden? Why is the Hermit energy hidden? Why do we have the Hermit here, Spirit? Yeah. Yeah, you're going to be receiving clarity about why it is you were forced to walk away from some things of the past. Maybe this Nine of Spades energy. So yeah, walking away from being kept up late at night with these thoughts of things just going completely different from how you expected them to go, Gemini. So leaving a relationship behind, leaving a friendship behind, but needing to walk away from this energy. And this is what it is that you're going to retreat and really ponder about, because you'll be finding out why it is that maybe that situation that you had to walk away from, you'll be getting more information about why it is that you had to remove yourself from that situation, okay? Things are becoming more clear to you at this time. Please clarify the High Priestess for the advice. Okay, that was quick. And we have the Seven of Hearts. Okay, so yeah, needing to make a decision, gaining more knowledge about your situation. Okay, this is study. This is knowledge, the number 7. So learning from things that took place in the past. Learning from these things. Using knowledge that you've gained from the past, okay, to make better decisions in this next cycle. Because the Seven of Hearts, that's kind of like options as well. And then with the number 7 being there, that's like that Piscean energy, so it's like your intuition, like your psychic abilities, So it's not kidding yourself. There's options, there's these things in front of you, but needing to draw back from your experience before you make a decision, before you make a choice, listening to your intuition before making these drastic changes, or just making, decisions in life, period. Yes, you have just went through a time where you were, you've had to possibly learn the hard way, okay? There may have been a time where you ignore your intuition when it comes to a certain person or a situation, and now you're paying for that. You're going within, you're retreating to see just how it is. Well, you're going within to see in like what ways that affected you, and had you listened to your intuition, how could things went totally different for you, okay? But it's okay, because coming out of this situation, you still gain knowledge, you still gain the experience, okay? And with this Seven of Hearts here, this is, you know, being susceptible to, I guess, like trickery, or being like naive or easily influenced, okay? Because everything that seems like love, okay, you know, it's not always that, right? Not all the time. And so that's why it's important that we never neglect our intuition, because it's only here to help us, okay? And so now you're walking away from this situation and you're about to gain clarity. This is an important time for you. This is a point in which you should take these lessons as they come, and don't look at these things as, you know, something that was meant to destroy you. Look at it as, you know, a situation that took place in order to teach you, so that when you go on into this new cycle of Ten of Pentacles, you know, you don't fumble it. Okay, you know exactly how to go about things this time. You know, and that's what? Not being naive, you know, looking out for the red flags and actually, you know, acting on it. Yeah, but you've definitely walked away from a situation, and I can honestly say that you've made the right choice. You've made the right choice in walking away, because if you're in a Nine of Spades energy being kept up and, you know, constantly replaying these events in your mind, that becomes unhealthy after a while, okay? It really does. Spirit, is there anything else you want Geminis to know when it comes to the next 2 weeks of August? What is it that okay, we're obviously not going to take all of those, okay? What is it that Gemini need to know? Let's see. We're just going to get one more going. Yeah. Yeah. And so with the Three of Wands here, right? This is moving forward, you know, having foresight, moving past what it is that you can see. This is traveling onward. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Someone called me right in the middle of the reading, right? So we're going to go ahead and finish off with the Three of Wands. Okay, so yeah, that's having foresight, you know, creating a path and traveling a path where, you know, others, you know, have not. I get really that Sagittarius, Aries energy, Leo too, but you know, with the number 3, that's associated with the sign of Sagittarius. So being free, traveling on, traveling beyond, taking action in order to create some things in which nobody, you know, ever has. So stepping out of your comfort zone is, you know, basically what that is. And then Aries, you know, taking initiative, being the first. Being the first. What is the Three of Wands? Please clarify the Three of Wands for Gemini for the last 2 weeks of August, Spirit. Please clarify the Three of Wands. What does this mean for the sign of Gemini? So we have the King of Pentacles. Yeah. So, wow. Okay. So you stepping out of your comfort zone, even though it may be difficult for you to leave this relationship or this friendship behind. It may be difficult for you, but this is what lies beneath it all. This is what awaits you, you know, that Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. This is the King of Diamonds, right? So that's stability, being patient with yourself, knowing that in traveling this path, you will receive your reward, what it is you set out to achieve. You know, this is stability. This is abundance. This is wealth. Okay, being practical. This is very much practicality in how you will actually go about obtaining these things, okay? So you're about to create an entirely new future for yourself, one of abundance. So we have the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles, okay? Essentially. Yeah, so going on in this next situation, you now know how important it is to listen to your intuition and not be easily swayed by, people who, wear these false masks. Your gut, that gut feeling is never going to lead you astray. It's never going to mislead you. So what if you have to walk away from some things in order to come into something better? Because at the end of the day, leaving toxicity behind is never, not the right move. Doing what's best for you is always the right move. And look what, you walk into, traveling that path that you haven't traveled before. Maybe it's going to take for some of you to be alone for, a minute. Maybe some of you have been hopping out of situations and right back into situations, okay? And that has caused you to not fully heal, okay? You being a little too trusting of others has landed you in this situation. And I mean, it is going to take for you to be alone, to be by yourself for some time, to retreat in order to analyze this situation, gain the wisdom from this situation. Okay, and once you gain this experience, you can then teach others from this experience, okay, how not to make the same mistakes that you made, okay? This is lovely energy. Yeah, and then with this High Priestess energy, this is really, wisdom and just like that mystery. Okay, you'll be someone, or maybe, I feel like some of you are in this energy now, but especially after, this tumultuous situation, this mental turmoil for you, after you walking away from this energy with the 8 of Hearts, walking away from this love that has kept you restricted in some way, has kept you bound in some negative way, right? You're gonna gain wisdom, one that'll have people coming to you, seeking your advice. Okay? You'll be in that High Priestess energy. People will trust you to come to you for your knowledge, for your wisdom, okay? Because they know you've been through it. And they know that you're going to overcome it. Okay? They know you're going to overcome it. You have the 10 of Pentacles here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull a oracle message for you guys from the Moonology deck. Spirit, what advice is it that you have for the sign of Gemini? How could they make the best of the next 2 weeks of August? How can Geminis make the best of the last 2 weeks of August, Spirit? Please tell me what it is Geminis need to know the most. What is it that Geminis need to know the most right now, Spirit? Let's see what it is. Your commitment is being tested, right? How committed are you to your new path? How committed are you to moving forward and out of this situation? So yeah, this is a test. And with this 9 of Spades and the 9, with the Hermit, this is definitely you being tested. Definitely. This is first quarter moon. How dedicated are you to your success? To this new beginning, this new 10 of Pentacles, this King of Diamonds energy. Where you're stable and where you've come up with a plan. Even though you had to go through some things and you had to be pressured, and molded and prepared for this new cycle, that's okay. Because a lot of you are coming out of this cycle. You're walking away from this 9 of Spades energy. You're coming out of that A lot of you are in a process of healing. Definitely. In this next 2 weeks, so by September, you'll be halfway there, or you will be there. You know, you'll be healed. Not saying that you won't be triggered, or, not that you won't have your days sometimes, but for the most part, you'll be leaving out of this energy. Even if, you're sad sometimes, or some days you are nostalgic and you're thinking about the past, that's okay. That's okay. You now know the importance of listening to your intuition. When things are off, sometimes when your gut is telling you some things may be off, 9 times out of 10 some things are off, and you should really think about why it is that you're having the feelings that you are having. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and read this from the book directly to give you guys a little more insight. So we have first quarter moon. Let's see. I guess it'll be up this way. Here we are. So your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. There could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. See how it works? Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you secretly already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you. So believe in yourself, Geminis, okay? Yeah. Yeah, so and this explains the Three of Wands, moving forward despite this Nine of Spades energy, despite, heartbreak, or, this mental anguish, despite anything in the past that did not work out for you, despite all the things that you're being required to walk away from. Don't stay in situations just because of comfortability, and just because you know that maybe you've been in a situation for a long time and that's what you're comfortable with, okay? If you do that, then I feel like you're failing the test. Okay? How committed are you to your success, to moving forward, to being happy, to moving on to a 10 of Pentacles? How much do you believe that you deserve something better, that you deserve this 10 of Pentacles? Wealth and abundance, prosperity, and someone to share that with, okay? A union. Like, this is really a new beginning. I am committed to my dreams and move towards them with confidence. That's the affirmation that could help you guys at this time. I am committed to my dreams and move towards them with confidence, okay? The answer to your question is yes, but not yet. You're halfway to your goal, but there's a little bit more of effort that is needed, okay? So you need to recommit to someone or something. In this situation, I feel like that someone is yourself. It's your dreams, the things that you've put on hold, okay? In the lunar cycle, the first quarter moon comes between the new moon and the full moon. It's a time where the sun and moon are at a hard astrological angle to each other, and this can prompt a small crisis. No matter when you pull this card, you need to see any dramas as a stepping stone to where you want to be. So these are things that you have to go through in order to get to where you are trying to go. You are being prepared. You are being pressured and molded. I just said that, right? No matter when you pull this card, you need to see any dramas as a stepping stone to where you want to be. It can also be a time when you need to stay strong during a storm, Gemini. No storm lasts forever. Not one. I don't know one storm that lasted forever, okay? And that is the reading that I have for you guys. I hope that it helped you in some way. Please like, comment, and subscribe if anything in the video resonated with you, if you got any message from the video. And I will see you guys in a couple of weeks for the September readings. Thanks for watching. See you again later.